Thank you for coming to Barre class today. We're going to start by setting our posture, feet under hips. Lift those legs up off the hip joints, lift the rib cage up off the waist, make lots of room to engage the core. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chin, feel the back of the head over the back of the spine, nice and balanced, nice and lifted. Feel this lift throughout the class as we work on our posture and our alignment. Let's start with our warm-up. We're going to start with a squat, feet together, parallel, thighs squeezed together, sitting down into the squat, and we're just going to hold this pulse, pulse, pulse. Our theme today is ups and downs. So we'll be working on changing our elevation. Pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. We're going to come now to a high knee march. So lift those knees up toward the chest, not bowing the chest forward, so your head and shoulders stay straight up to the sky, lifting those knees up high. So you can stay here in this march, or you can turn it into a high knee run. High knees. Get this back here. Keep it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Last warm-up move. Let's come into a lunge twist. So one foot in front, other foot behind, arms in front of you. We're going to twist over this front leg 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side and twist for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise it up. Nice. Great job. Getting ready to pick up our weights for our arm series. We're going to start with our TIY. So we've got our weights, or just our body weight, or 2 water bottles, whatever. And we're going to start with a T, and then lift all the way to the front to an I, and then rotate through to a Y. Nice. So side lift to a T, palms facing your body all the way up front to an I, and then rotate through the shoulders to open the chest into your Y. T, I, and Y. Nice, slow, and controlled movements, especially with these little weights. We really need to make sure we're working our muscle all the way through. No momentum, nice and slow, big control, especially on the way down. And Y. Last one like this, T, I, and Y. And now we're just going to come into that top half, T, I, Y, and T. I, Y, and T. I, Y, T. I, Y, palms down, palms center, open those arms, rotate the palms down. Palms center, open the arms, rotate those palms down. I, Y, T. I, Y. 2 more, rotate down. Center, open. Last one, rotate down. Center, open, and bring those arms all the way down. We're going to come down to the floor or the mat. You can also use your chair if you have a chair for our triceps. So if you have a chair, you'll have your hands on the edge of the chair, glutes brushing the edge of the seat. If you want to come down to the floor or the mat, you can have your glutes sitting on the floor, or you can lift up into a reverse tabletop, feet flat on the floor, trying to get those hips high into the air. Fingertips are facing straight toward your toes. You don't want your hands flared out. You want to be nice and narrow with those arms, and push the elbows back. So important, this is the elbows moving. We're not dipping the glutes. This is all about pushing those elbows straight behind you. Push, push, push. Nice. Keeping those glutes lifted if you can. You should feel some work happening in those hamstrings, the back of the thigh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it down, shake it out. We're going to come into our pulses. So you can again have the choice of glutes on the floor or glutes lifted up. We're going to stay down with these elbows pushed behind and just pulse, 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 pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Roll out those wrists. Coming back to standing. We're going to be in our overhead press, and we're going to do those at an angle. So starting with arms open, nice open chest, 90 degrees with those arms. We're going to reach up and over to one side with both arms, up and over to the other side. So head and chest are staying straight up to the sky. You're lifting that rib cage up and over. Up and over. Nice. Up and over. Up and over. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying still. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those shoulders relax. Coming into our flies now. Feet are hip distance apart. Soft knee, hinging at the hip. Let those arms hang down. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Open the chest. Shoulders down. Lift up both of those arms. We're going to drop one arm and then the other in this reverse fly. And lift, drop, and lift. Core stays engaged, protecting that lower back. You don't want your lower back to dip. So you're pushing up from below with that nice, strong, engaged core. Down and up, down and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them both up and we pulse, 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 head in line with the body. Don't drop that chin. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten up. Let's move. Let's work our biceps. We're going to have our arms in front of us, our hands in front of us, starting with a 90-degree angle of the elbow. Roll those shoulders back. Nice open chest. Reach and in. Reach and in. So we're just setting something on a table in front of us. Reach and in, keeping those palms facing up, trying to have a nice relaxed hand with those weights rather than gripping the weights and putting a lot of stress on your forearm and your wrist. Out and in, out and in for 4, 3. We're going to change it up, similar movement, but this time we're going to bring the angle up and up, up and up. So this time we're reaching to about eye level, reaching up into a cupboard, putting something away. Beautiful. Yes. Good elevation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up here. Pulse, 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 pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights down and weights to the side. We're ready to move to our barre series. So get your chair in place or head to your banister or wall or whatever you're using for your support. We're going to start with our plie series in first position. So start with those feet parallel. Put those right toes onto the floor, lift that right heel, open the right knee. Feel that rotation come all the way up to the hip. Set down that heel, left toes, open that left knee, setting yourself into your first position, making sure that when you come into your plie, you can see those big toes inside your knees. If your knees are collapsing inward, just close up the feet a little and until you reach the spot where you've got a nice alignment with your plie. So we're just going to start with this little demi plie here, demi plie. Heels stay on the ground. Plie, plie, working on your alignment, feeling how tall you are, how much space between your vertebrae. Make sure those knees are leading right over the second toe. Plie, plie, for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay in this demi. We're going to come down to a grand, heels lift, come back to a demi. So we're not going to come all the way up. Grand, demi, grand, demi. So lifting your heels up, setting them down. Nice, tall spine, not bowing forward, core engaged. Demi, grand, and demi. Grand and demi. Grand and demi. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to this demi. Pulse here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Awesome. Coming back to that first position, we're going to come into a passe march. So our passe is just putting the toe at the knee or wherever you can reach. It doesn't, it could be here, or maybe you're super flexible and you could come up higher than a passe. So we're just starting with this, tap side to side. So you can stay here, or you can come up into your eleve, up on your toes, and march here in your eleve. And you can challenge your balance by lifting one hand off the bar. You could try both. I think I'm going to stick with one hand on though. March and march for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in your eleve. Tap up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Maintain alignment. Don't let this hip stick out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Shake it out. We're going to come into a lunge countdown. So you can have hands on hips or hands in front of you, whatever's comfortable. Stepping back 1 foot into a lunge. We've got a nice 90-degree angle here with the knee, back knee also at 90 degrees. Coming straight up from the hips. So in a lunge, we really want to lean forward. Here we're trying to, stay straight up and down. And we're going to count down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can also, of course, be alongside your chair to the side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for a little stability. 6, like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're getting close. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. Switch. 3, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 1. Switch, 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 and done. Awesome series. Definitely good for burning out those quads. We are going to come into an optional jump now. As Sisan is a jump. So it's a jump from 2 feet onto 1. We're in third position. We jump and jump. But we're going to start at the bar with just a plie, releve, kick that foot, plie, releve, kick the foot. Actually, let's kick our front foot. So plie, we're in third position, one heel on the arch of the other foot, plie, rise up into releve, swing that foot to the side, reset it to the back. Plie, releve, set it to the back. Plie, releve, coming back down into a plie. So any jump starts and ends with a plie. So you can stick with this low impact version. You can stay at the chair, or you can come into center to do our Sisan. Sisan. So jumping 2 feet onto 1, starting and ending with a bent knee. You can get a little bit of side to side if you'd like. Nice. See sun. Or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Get your paper plate or glider, or if you're on a hard floor, your sock or towel, or you can just do it without anything to help you move on your surface. That's totally fine. We're going to come into a rond de jambe. So we're going to start in our first position, reset that posture. We're going to start standing upright, point that front toe forward into a tendu, circle around, come through to this tendu. So nice, easy movement here. Circling through. Rond de jambe means circle of the leg. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming now into our plie. We're going to stay down here for this rond de jambe. Staying in the plie, come through, come through. So nice support from the standing leg, keeping the standing knee open. Don't let it collapse to the center. Nice. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. We're going to do standing, standing, and then plie. So 1, 2, plie, bring it through. 1, 2, plie, bring it through. 1, 2, plie, bring it through. And 1, 2, plie, bring it through. Stay in this plie, glider and toe in front of you. We're just going to tap, 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 tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw it in. Switching sides. So glider under the other foot. We can start by facing the bar. Reset your first position. We're going to be standing upright, nice and tall, working on the posture, coming through this circle, feeling your toe extend, heel brush the floor, extend that toe, staying in this hip rotation throughout the movement. When it comes to the front, you're leading with the heel. That heel is brushing forward. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into our plie. Big circle, brush it through. Big circle. Strong through this inner thigh that protects the knee from collapsing in. Nice tall spine. Circle. 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 3 more. For 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do standing, standing plie. So circle, circle, plie, bring it through. 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 1 more. Circle, circle, plie, staying down in this plie. Tap that foot for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw it in. Arms down. Last bar move, we're going to come into some second position plies. So you can face your bar or have one hand on the bar. Feet are wide, much wider than hip distance. Again, lifting up that head and shoulders. I think it's even harder in second position not to bow forward because, of course, good body mechanics has you put your weight behind you and lever your body. Ballet is not always about good body mechanics. So we want to be straight up and down, really work that core to keep that body up and down. Plie, plie. Let's get a little deeper into that plie. Plie. So in second position, our heels stay on the floor throughout the plie. A grand plie is just deeper. Plie, plie. Lead out with those knees, and that will help you keep your alignment. Just think about leading with the knees. Push those knees out over the toes. Lead, lead. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay out here. You can take your arms off the bar to balance. Pulsing here for 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to finish with a hold for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those feet in, shake them out. We made it through our bar series. Time to come down to the mat for our core series. So get your chair out of the way. Grab your mat. Since our theme today is ups and downs, of course, we have to do up, up, down, down in our plank. You can be on knees or on toes. Either way, if you're on knees, nice straight line from the shoulder down to the knee. Definitely not dropping the booty below. If you feel your booty dropping, I would rather it be popped up a little than it be dropped, because this will put a lot of pressure on your lower back. We're going to start on our elbows. Same thing with our toes, not dropping that booty. If you need to have it a little popped, that's better than dropping it. But of course, we're going for the straight line. So right hand under the right shoulder, left, down right, down left, up left, right, left, and right, up, right, left, right, left, up, left, right, left, right. And you can spread your feet if you feel like you're getting a lot of roll with the hips. You're trying to use your core to control that roll. And up, up, down, down, switch up, up, down, down. 2 more sets. Up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Last set. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Hold the plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can push back into a child's pose to stretch out those shoulders. Big toes together, knees apart. Little stretch in the hips. Coming to a seated position. We're going to have our heels in front of us on the mat, glutes on the mat, arms extended. So if you have a ball, a squishy ball, and it doesn't have to be a specific exercise ball. My son has a lot of balls that would work. You want to put that right into your lower back so that it is kind of absorbing your energy there. If you don't have a ball, that's totally fine. We're going to do the same thing. Nice straight spine. Reclined as much as you can while maintaining this nice straight posture. And just pulsing here. Pulse, 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 pulse. Heels into the floor, trying to lift those toes up toward the sky. If you need to, you can let them relax, but that kind of changes where the work is. So that flex foot shortens the leg a little bit and brings the work up closer to the core. Pulse, 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 pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open side and center, other side and center. Open, still keeping the nice straight spine, still keeping that recline. Center, open, center, bringing the work into the obliques. Open, center. So as you twist, you should feel the energy transfer to that opposite side of the abs. Open, center for 4. Open. 3. Open. 2. Open. Last 1. Open. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it back. Arms extended, legs extended. Reach one arm up behind you and that same leg. Stretch the other side, get as much distance between the fingers and the toes as you can. And coming all the way back up, we're going to come into a side plank on our elbow. We're going to be doing hip raises here. So you can elbow is right under shoulder, regardless. Try to have that palm flat on the mat. You can be on your knees. If you're on your knees, try to have a straight line. Knee, hip, shoulder, lift up. We're going to dip. You can extend that top leg for a little more, or you can extend both legs into a full side plank. You can have your top leg in front, or you can stack. And we're going to pulse, 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 pulse. And pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that hip down. Push up onto this arm. And we are going to block the hand in front of you. Dip that elbow. Lift it up. Dip and lift. Dip and lift. So this is a little bit arms and shoulders, but you should be using your obliques to lift your body up, lift and dip. The arm is just there to be a lever, not to be the muscle of the operation. Lift, dip for 4, 3, 2, 1, and switching to the other side. So choose your leg position, knees, one knee, legs spread, feet stacked, lift up into your plank, and dip, 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 dip. Paying attention to these hips, you want them to be straight up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it up. That hand in front, hips are still stacked up toward the sky. Hinge and lift. Dip and lift. Dip and lift. Dip and lift. Lifting up with those muscles. Engage the core. So let go here. Exhale, engage, lift, bring it down. Feel that engagement start before the lift does. And that is what brings the work into the core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Roll your mat all the way out. Coming back onto our back, we're going to do a full sit up. So you can have your legs together, or you can spread them out for a little more stability. You're gonna have toes pointed or feet flexed. I'm gonna start with feet flexed. We're gonna do a vampire rise. So arms stay here, reaching up and rolling back down. So roll through all your vertebrae to the front, coming up to a nice straight spine. Roll through all those vertebrae back down. Roll and down. Roll and down. Feel the articulation through your spine. Feel all of those vertebrae individually come down onto the mat. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down. 4, 3, nice tall spine at the top. 2, 1, roll it down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs underneath your glutes. We're going to do a leg lift here. So legs together. Again, this time you will want to point your toes. Big inhale. As you exhale, brace the core and use that brace to lift the legs up. Lower, inflate the lungs. Push out the air and lift. Lower, breathe in. Brace the core and then lift. Lower. So using the contraction of that core, the shortening of those muscles as you tighten them to get that lift going. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, last one up here. We're going to lower down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Unbind your arms. Shake your, rock your knees side to side. One last core move before we come into our stretch. We're going to roll all the way over. We're going to do down dog to plank. Coming into our plank position on our hands under shoulders. You can be on your knees here. If you're on your knees, You're going to tuck the toes under, push up, come back to those knees, but catch the plank. So we're not going to come back to a tabletop. We're going to come back to a plank. If you're on your toes, same thing. Push back, forward to the plank. Push back. And take this opportunity as you're moving through this whole set of elevation with your hips to find the perfect position for your hips where it is challenging your core, but not putting any pressure on your lower back. Drop and lift. Drop and lift for 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold this plank when we come back to it. So find that perfect plank. Top of the head reaches forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to the knees, push it back to child's pose. Stretch out those hips. You can rock your hips side to side. Let's do a shoulder stretch. Left arm underneath the right, left palm facing up, looking underneath the right arm. Feel a stretch across the back of the left shoulder, back of that extended arm. Keeping those hips continually pushed back, switching sides. Reach that right arm under. Feel that nice stretch along the back. Come back to your centered child's pose. Let's push up to tabletop. Turn your feet to the outside. Open your knees even more. Knees are on the outside of the mat. Feet are on the outside. Frog pose here. This is a great one for the hips. So again, arms extended, pushing those hips back behind you. Palms flat on the mat, fingers spread. To me, this is so much stronger than child's pose. And pushing back forward. Come all the way to seated. Let's come into a seated V. So we've got our legs open. Lift those arms up in the air. Rotate the body toward the right leg. Reach over toward that right foot. Both glutes stay on the mat, so don't let the left glute lift. Only reach as far as you can with keeping those hips square down on the mat. If you get a nice flex on that foot, it will stretch all along the back of the leg, your calf and your hamstring. And you can now open to the side. So keeping that shoulder open, getting a stretch now more in the lower back and in that oblique. Nice open shoulder, reaching over. Glutes still staying on the mat. Come back to center, turn toward the left leg, reaching over toward that leg. Resetting those glutes, making sure they're on the mat. Lifting up, This time, up and over to the side. Stretch the other sacroiliac joint, other side of the lower back, other oblique. Rise back up to center. Walk your feet in, come over onto hands and knees. Push up to standing, roll your head up, roll through your spine. Head last. Roll the shoulders back. Oh, feel how nice and elongated you are. Hopefully feeling a little warmer and more limber than before class. Open into your second position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale. Gentlemen, take your bow. Ladies, take your curtsy. Thank you so much for joining Barre today. This was the last class for NPR. We're going to switch to an express format, a 30-minute format, just for FOHO after this.